What's going on, everybody? I'm Primalliquid and welcome to my guide for Atelier Ryza 3. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create the perfect ultimate weapon for boss. So let's jump into it, shall we? First of all, we are going to be creating the Lost Alucard weapon, and the name pretty much belies its effect. It's actually pretty good, to be honest. So, the reason we are going to be using this is because of the Demon Hunter sword ability. This increases damage dealt and reduces wait time according to current tactics level. Now, your tactics level is basically always going to be at 5, so this is why we're pretty much using this, because it's going to be a major damage increase and also a wait time reduction. You can ignore Mark of Aggression, though. We are going to replace that. So, what we need to do first and foremost is we are going to dump a Grand Organ in, and I do suggest having the Grand Organ with your traits on there. The traits we are going to be using is Lone Wolf Spirit, which reduces our magic resistance by 1 level, but it does increase the AP we gain from normal attacks. Now, I only control Ryza, so that's why I use this, because at least this way the AI can control the other characters and just generate massive amounts of AP. And everything dies very quickly anyway, so the magic resistance reduction isn't going to be a problem. Then we have Mana Heat and Super Cooling. This is so we deal extra fire and ice damage on attack and also inflict status effects. The status effects come in really nicely for boosting other characters' damage, but then also the extra elemental damage is incredibly nice. The best attacking items in the game are fire and ice element, and so we naturally use buffing items to boost that even further, so we might as well boost all the party instead of just items. So that's why we're going with these. Not only that, we don't actually need any stats because the characters, they gain enough stats from accessories and armor and secret keys that they have nearly 2,000 in stats anyway, let alone once we actually finish the weapon off as well. So we don't need any stat boosting traits. They just don't really make that much of a difference, and they are a little redundant. So what we're going to do now is we are going to have to drop a black glitter stone in, and now we're actually going to press L3 and link morph the recipe. We are going to change that effect over to critical rate up. This is going to massively increase our critical rate just so we deal even more damage. Now, with the weapon level being so high, we are going to have to drop a Philosopher's Stone in here just so we can actually get all the abilities while also dropping a bunch of Grand Organs in. We want to try and keep our quantity as high as possible. We'll drop a Grand Organ in the attack section there just to master that. And now it's basically just a case of dropping organs in everywhere to really just maximize our stats here. Now we're going to leave that magical and that Grand Organ right there. We are going to use a secret key, and for the key effect we are actually going to use attack increase XXL. Now in some weapons I do use quantity up, however boss I just want to have extra damage on him, so we are going to go all out on increasing his attack. Now, you can try and aim for a super rare gear key, however, I don't really care about the extra little increases, so it's not the end of the world, and trying to get a key which matches all 3 recipe effects is a royal pain in the butt. So, we're going to drop the secret key in there. That's going to give us 50 extra attack. And now, with the remaining quantity, we are just going to go ahead and dump in a whole bunch of Grand Organs. This is going to give us a nice little stat increase. We're going to choose the traits now. Lone Wolf Spirit, Mana Heat, and Super Cooling. And then we are going to hit OK. I know we have not added a super trait yet. That is fine. We are going to do that momentarily with item rebuild. So what we're going to do now, first and foremost, is we are going to unlock the super trait, but we'll do that in a minute. Let's just go up to the top and drop a Philosopher's Stone in. That's going to give us the final tier ability, Demon Hunter Sword. And then we are going to go down to the bottom one, which is super traits. Now, for super traits, we are going to be using, well, there can be a slight difference in what you use here. It depends on what you have, obviously. So first of all, if you are going to manually control the character, I would suggest Ultra Skill. This gives you an extra 50% damage on skill abilities, so that can be a really nice increase. Rakshasa is a really good one as well, which I would actually strongly recommend using, because this is going to give you a huge damage increase, but it will decrease all your resistances. Again though, everything dies instantly anyway, so the resistance loss is not a problem. After that, you could also use Berserker's Spirit. Berserker's Spirit will take off 100 health and give you an extra 130 attack. But we don't really need any more attack right now, so we're going to use Rakshasa because that is a damage multiplier rather than just a stat increase. The more multipliers we have on, the better. So now we have everything learned. Just do one final quick check to make sure you do have all the abilities maxed out. And of course, we have our traits on already: Lone Wolf Spirit, Mana Heat, and Super Cooling, and our super trait, Rakshasa. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and finish the synthesis, choose the traits once again, and of course, choose the super trait. Now that we have rebuilt the weapon, it is time to now go ahead and reinforce it. This will allow us to add 2 more abilities, 2 more effects onto the weapon, and also slightly increase the stats even further. Now, for the effects, this is actually quite simple for boss. What we're going to do is we are going to be using Presto, which you need to have an energy archer for, and we are also going to be using Warsong XL for even more critical hit chance. This way, boss should be getting a critical hit basically every single attack. Now, with those 2 effects, plus the 2 effects that were already on the weapon, we are actually done with effects. So now it all comes down to adding stats. This one is entirely up to you, whether you want extra HP, attack, defense, or speed. Now, I would personally go with attack if you really want to, but I'm actually going to use a Dragon Egg here, simply due to the difference in attack. It's only a 10 difference, but we do gain more HP, defense, and speed as well, which is a little bit more all-round, and honestly, I kind of prefer being all-round. So once we've chosen the items necessary, you choose your traits once again, and the final result will be a weapon with 90 HP, 309 attack, 67 defense, 134 speed, all the traits, and Rakshasa. Now with this, boss is easily going to be dealing over 20,000 damage with normal attacks. If you were manually controlling him using skills, that would very easily go over 100,000 damage a turn. It is an incredibly broken weapon, okay? But then, that's par for the course in Ryza 3. Pretty much all the weapons can be incredibly broken. But though, everybody, that is going to be it for this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and I really hope it has helped. If it has, then please be sure to smash that like button, and of course, drop a comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I have tons of guides coming for Ryza 3 that you are not going to want to miss. As always, though, everybody, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.